Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream. Today I thought I would do something kind of fun, but before that I just wanted to play through a couple of the tracks I was working on, both last time in stream and then also between then and now. So I thought we would just go through and listen.
Upside down.
I think that one's actually in a really good place. I might just add a bit of an outro. I'll leave it, I think, at 2 drops because otherwise it'd be a little bit too repetitive. Actually, I'm very happy with how that one's come out. I'll have to finish it and mix it a bit more and maybe master it, but it's in a good place. This was another one I was working on stream. Go ahead and give that one a listen once it loads. This one I remember liking quite a bit as well. Oh, this was, you know what? That's the wrong one. I was working on that one before. I got to name these things a bit better. When I start working on multiple tracks at once, they start blending together. Here, this one was good. This is the one I was thinking of. Quite happy with that one as well. That one I think requires a bit more work, but it's in a good spot. With all that in mind, I actually wanted to do something a bit funnier today. Let's see. Here we go. You'll see what I'm doing here. Here we go. So I want to isolate this sound, and I'm gonna try to potentially try to put that into a song. That might be a little bit funny, but I think it might work as a techno song. I'm sure that's been done before, but I figured I'd give it a shot anyway. Oh, hey there, Chartovsky. What's up? Nothing much. Just working on silly music. What's up with you? Actually, I need to probably find one that is a little bit cleaner, with not as much background noise. Pointless transcriptions, it's great. It actually would be ridiculous, but this is going to be helpful for creating the MIDI, I think. Can we get a clean version of this? Download it. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to use my handy dandy clip grab. Just MP3, so we can just grab the audio. I'm going to download real quick. Just completed your project. Now you're going to chill. Congrats on completing your project. What was it about? What were you working on? Oh no, your English is good. I can perfectly understand you. You're selling yourself short. You're from Rusland. Is that, I assume, Russia? Probably later in the day there. It's early in the morning here. Deep house and slab. Unfortunately, you're selling yourself short. If you, I don't know if you would have it anywhere, but I'm happy to listen to it if you want to send it over. I don't know how that would happen. Maybe like a SoundCloud link. I'd listen to it if you send something in the chat. If you're open to that, if you want. But that's awesome. I'm a big fan. I used to do a lot more slap house than I do now. I promise I do serious music. I just wanted to play around with this, but I'm not quite sure why I put it in the hi-hats now that I'm looking at it. Move it over here. This might be ridiculous, but I want to add in a kick drum. Here. and then some drums. And basically just see if I can mix in here. Might have to put it's just not on beat, that's the problem. Oh, you're making fun of me now. You know what, I'll come back this one and I'll work on my serious music. All right, I see what you just sent. Best ever. Bold name. All right, let's give it a listen. Ooh. The reverb's kind of like guitar element. This is good. Very vibey. Ooh. That little synth or brass thing. Best part of the song. Chertovsky, where'd you get the vocal? Is that you? Or did you find the sample somewhere? Ah, I see, okay. Kryptonite. Just the link to Kryptonite. I'll play it after. This is really good. I'm a fan of the song. I really love. There's like some synth element kind of at the later in the chorus of the song, or it sounded like a brass instrument. That was really good. I'm a big fan. My one recommendation is that it sounds like the vocal wasn't quite mixed enough. Whether it needs to be a bit quieter or just a little more processing on it. You could blend it in a bit more into the song, but like the actual synth elements, the drums, the bass, all of that sound amazing. All right, let's give this a listen. Oh, did you see? I see. You sampled this song, or it's a remix of this song, I should say. Gotcha.
здесь рос, делал то, что умел делать либо. Я просто совру, сказав, что здесь был выбор. У меня была мечта и было не до их ебаных игр. Я всего лишь хотел воплотить ее. Тихо, как падал снег, падал весь квартал. Мы падали на полпути во сне в поисках нала. Я всего лишь хотел воплотить ее. Мечта и никаких ебаных игр. Я всего лишь хотел воплотить ее.
I'm a fan of it. Can't understand a thing he's saying, but it's good. I love like finding music like this. Not just your song, but this song too. It's like a song I never, otherwise would never have come across yet. 86 million different people have listened to it. I've never heard of it. Never heard of him. So thanks for recommending that. Love listening to new music like this. With that in mind, we're going to jump into another track I was working on. You mix the song with Peaky Blinders, is that what you were saying? Oh, Picky, or like, are you talking about the instrumental? Gotcha, Tchaikovsky. You know what? I'm going to do my greatest sin, which is just to start a song from scratch. Huh, interesting. That's a cool combination. The vocal from Scriptonite and the sample from, I assume, Peaky Blinders. See, that's what, like, more brasses and a little atmosphere. Yeah, that's what I love about, like, music making. People can shit on sampling all the time, but it's a skill in and of itself to take samples from very different things and put them and mix them together. It's very hard to do that. In fact, it's, I would argue, a completely different form of instrumentation. And I think that's very impressive. I think people are like quick to forget that some of the greatest people that did that, like Daft Punk, that was built almost exclusively on sampling, but that was such a skilled form of music that you have to appreciate it. And so I never have any issue with sampling. You're still doing a lot of artistic elements. You're still, I mean, you added your own, brass and atmosphere elements. I assume you did some of the drums and stuff like that. That's all. You're making a song. You're being creative and doing something that's, it's a completely new product, a new element that's never been done before. And so I never have an issue when people sample, and sometimes the newer version, the sampled, the product that uses the sample ends up being better than the original thing. And I think that's really cool. You've been working on this sphere about 3 years. By sphere, do you mean song? If so, that's quite a long time. I admittedly, I don't think I probably started working on music about 3 years ago. If I listened to some of the stuff I made then, I think it would be quite bad. I work on FL Studio. Yeah, I remember I was debating between picking the two, FL Studio and Ableton, and I ended up just going with Ableton because a couple of the producers I like used it. This is another song. I got you. Nice bass on this one. That one's good. I can see. I hear it from the song you sent me. I just have to decide what I want to do with this track. Let's open up Splice. I wonder if I had anything saved. Here we go. That would make an interesting element for a song. Splice is doing the thing again. Always happens. It never lets me play stuff. Here we go. I'm gonna just have to completely end it. And then let's reopen it. Give me 1 second. Here we go. And let's see what I have saved. Funky.
More life.
In Russia, a lot of producers use tracks of Scriptnight because his vocal is good for remixes. Interesting. I did not know that. What I think I'm going to do... Let me find some synth element. I don't care about the key. Let's do like house. I want it to be like a lead probably. We don't have any basses in there. We'll go random. Ooh. Trying to get inspiration here. Can you not use Splice in Russia? You know, there's a technically an alternative. It's not quite as good, but if you're interested in it, it's called Lander. They have a bunch of vocal samples, and a bunch of them it's an overlap. There's a lot of overlap between that and Splice. I use it occasionally as well, just because it's less common. So a lot of the samples haven't been used in other songs. You're practicing hyperpop. Oh, I'm not the biggest fan of hyperpop, admittedly. Just not my style. I know that's like had a big come up, but not for me. We're gonna use this sample. Let's tone this down a little bit. Let's see what it sounds like. It's got a 909 kick going. did you listen to Russian hyperpop? It's beats, bro. Send me your favorite Russian hyperpop song, and I'll make my decision. You got to convince me that it's good, but send me your favorite one. I'll give it a listen. I'm just cleaning up the drums a bit so I can work with them. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Got the clap element. All right, give me a sec and I'll listen to it. Let's just see how this sounds. Is this Russian hyperpop or just hyperpop in general? Okay, you may have convinced me that it's good. I actually am a big fan of that. This comment's right. The bass lines, big fan of that. Russian beatmaker, nice. That's good. I actually do really like that. Maybe it's because it's Russian hyperpop, not not normal hyperpop. Let's add an OTT filter on here. I gave it a listen. It was good. It was really good. I'll have to listen to more Russian hyperpop. Thanks for sending me that. I wonder if this has a key to it, or if it's just we want tuner. I don't know why I'm feeling. Let's just test out. Actually, before I even do that, you can do this neat little trick just to convert to melody. And this basically just checks to, you can see if there's, yeah, like you got some keys here. And so that's probably what the song is in. So I'm going to say A minor. Yeah, let's give that a shot. I'm going to quantize these. Let's find a good bass sound. We'll start building out the bass. Drag Serum up here. Do bottom hitter. That one's usually good. Cool arrangement later on. Okay. I'll keep playing it. After this one, though, I'm going to plug away at the other song. His breaks are great, like the fills. It's a little like break and pace, and then he comes right back in. That's good. I like that. Now let's make this one Serum. Start playing around. You cut out the high end on this. I'll give the other one a listen in a bit. I want to keep plugging away at this song. Serum is the best VST for deep house, slap house, funk, and other. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it's just the easiest one probably for electronic music in general. There's another, what's the other one? Like Astra is a common one, or there's a couple other like niche ones, but Serum just like blanket across everything, 100% the best one. got to work on, I think, this synth sound. You know, we can make it really weird. I don't know if you've heard of this one. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Chartovsky, but it's called Rave Generator, and it makes super like old school synth sounds. And sometimes you can make some really cool ones. So like a famous, I don't know if you call it famous, but just like this is an iconic sound. You do House Stab with Playboy Stab. Maybe turn this one down just a little bit. Add some like reverb to it. I don't think it's quite the vibe for that song, but there's a lot of different sounds to do. Not sold on that sound at all. It's a good rhythm. We just have to find a good sound for it. Maybe like one of these. Yeah, I haven't added the sub bass in yet. I still need to do some post-processing. I just wanted to add the bass in, but I'll go ahead and do some of my, you can see my usual method for processing. You add, you know, drum bus. I see. Let me finish processing this one, and then I'm going to add that sub bass in and follow your advice. But you add, what I do is I add a drum bus, glue compressor. Actually, I forgot the most important thing, which is take utility. Let's put this in mono. Okay, and then I'm going to do what you said. Cut basses at about right there. This will be my sub. So this one I'll like at 104. See what sub sounds I have on here. I think there is a sub. That one's dirty. Can't really hear it though, can you? Needs to be down an octave. I don't have Camel Crusher. Oh, it's free though. Why did I think it costed money? Why don't I get it? Why won't it download? I'm missing something here. What am I missing? Preset British clean. Interesting. Okay. Why can't I find the download though?
So seriously, guys.
See what this guy has here. Download it here. Hold on, I'm just adding my information and password so you can't see it. Doing it off screen. Checking out. Okay, I got the download. Oh, I need to open a RAR file. Give me a sec. This is taking more time than anticipated. Hold on. I'm downloading it right now. Let's see. It's installing. I found a interesting. Oh, when did I cut the? There we go. I don't know. By the way, I made a nice one remix for radio in Russia. Yeah, you know what? Send it my way. I'll give it a listen. I can listen to that while I'm installing this. Hold on, I'm unzipping the file right now. Why is this hard to unzip? Just give me a second. Taking a while to install. Okay, I unzipped it. Now I actually have to install the file. I'll listen to your song while I'm working on this.
Беру с собой самку постарше, она на так пять не стесняется. Если не будет побеги, то это возьмет не подарок. Уставшие глазами, как дела 5 минут. Рваные колготки, родители дома не поймут. Через родителей в морде,
Frozen Beats.
This is crazy. Did you make this song? This is insane. This is really good.
последние копейки тратим на костяк. Мы двигаем остатки мяса на костяк. Подруга, не грусти.
That's really good. I'm very impressed with that one. I might like that more than the first one you sent. All right, let's see if this worked. Camel Crusher, that on the top bass. You said go to British Clean. I did see the new Kickstart. I haven't gotten it, and I don't know if it's worth it. Have you used it? It is better. I just don't know what the difference is. Like what makes it so much better than the first one. Yeah, fair enough. Costs money though, right? Oh, it's not even that much. I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was like 50 or $100. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'd consider it. I won't do it right now, but if it's better than the first one, I'll think about it. Got an EQ filter, Camel Crusher, put a sausage fattener in it. Okay. R bass stereo. I assume that's just to make it mono. Then kickstart. Okay. So actually relatively similar to what I'm doing in the FL Studio version of that. Let me just look at mine. This is what mine are. So I put it into mono. I cut out the highs on the EQ drum bus. I do that instead of sausage fattener because for tech house, which I mainly do, you don't want the bass to be super distorted. You just want it to be like thicker without losing the quality. And so I just do a slight drum bus and then a glue compressor. Actually, I should probably edit that a bit. And then I've added your Camel Crusher as well, and then kickstart at the end to add that side chain. And so this is what it sounds like. playing around with the sounds here. I want something like super punchy for kind of like the second one. Let's see what we have. Let's try out Serum for this one. Some good. It's your master preset. That's for mastering the entire track, right? Glue, soft clipper, some EQ, limiter. I don't know what Soothe 2 is. That's my issue. I'm not very good at mastering tracks. I don't have a good master like preset chain. This one looks good. OTT at the end. Yeah, see, I'm not quite good at mastering. That's probably like my weakest point as a producer, and I need to get better at it. Or I just pay someone to do it. All right, let's keep. This one's a simple track, so we gotta add a lot of modulation to it. For master, use the glue soft clipper parametric for the 30 hertz limiter for suppress and find Soothe 2 preset good for moment. Soothe 2. I don't know what Soothe 2 is. I haven't heard of that one before. Soothe 2. It's a mastering, mixing and mastering. Oh, okay. I've seen this. I just wasn't aware of the name. I should probably get this one if it's good for mastering. I'll worry about mastering when I finish a track. Let's see if I can find a better drum. Not happy with the one I have right now. Let's give this one a shot. Might be too much. Too much. Actually, that does sound better. Change the clap sample to this new one. And then this down here. I like, if I ever use like a drum sample, I prefer to just break it up into its individual pieces so I can actually work with them if I want to like cut out the hi-hats but keep the claps in at a certain point. It's good practice to just leave them, or just break them up into their individual pieces. I like this little thing right here, so I'm going to leave that in. And then, not quite a closed hat, but we're just going to, that it's more of like a perk, I guess. I feel like this one should be at a higher BPM. Lower BPM? Let's see, what are you saying? Fruity soft clipper. And then, did I just click the same thing? I gotcha. Invisible limiter. Huh. And then preset for soothe too. This is all very helpful. Thank you. Once I like finish up a track and need a mastering chain, I'm probably just gonna copy yours because I don't have a good one. Let's just see how this sounds. Might be trying to do too much with the drop. Stream just dropped a little bit. The lead is funny. More perk? Yeah. I agree. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a proper closed hat rhythm in here. Just because I think it's lacking that. See if this works. So I like this minus that, the clap. I'm just gonna filter the clap out basically wherever it comes in because I don't need it. I already have a clap. But I like the rhythmic elements of it, but I just don't need the clap. Actually, see, let's cut this out here. Yeah, you're right. It does need more rhythm to it. This is what I'm going to do, actually. Okay, let's get rid of this. Actually, what I'm going to do is combine that and just double it over. A lot of boring processing going on. And then this is a neat trick you can do just to spice up your like drum rhythms is, let's find it. Let's get the LFO modulator tool. Here we go. So you get the LFO, you put it on like your closed hats or on your shaker or something like that. And you go to random, you set it to the beat, not to hertz. Turn it down to maybe like 1/16, something that's like 1/16 or 1/8, something that's on the rhythm of the beat. Turn the depth all the way down to like something below 20%. And so what it does is it just basically changes how each single hat hit or shaker hit is played. And so it just adds like a really cool groove to it. And if you want to even mix it up even more, to add even more rhythm and movement, I like to add this auto pan and just adds a bunch more movement. You think it needs a woman vocal? I think it does need another vocal. Potentially not woman, but potentially could be. I'll have to play around. I'll have to listen to Splice. There's a little like snare thing there. That I don't actually like. I don't think it fits in the song. What if I just did this? Got rid of it. I don't like that sound. Let's add in more drums. Let's add in a ride for the second part of the drop. You know what I could do is actually like try to pitch this down, honestly. You can add op hat for 1/4 every kick. Yeah, I could do that, but I think that's like that's a fairly standard closed hat rhythm, which is fine. I'm pretty happy with this one right here, I think. I should add sidechain to here. Choir cuts. That's an interesting thought. I'm an A minor, so let's do that. Let's play it out. Let's see. Go to random here. I'm going to just listen through. I'm not going to just isolate for choir because I think there could be, like you said, there could be a second vocal in here and I just don't know what it would be. Just going to add this one in as a final rise element. Find one shot. Yeah, actually I should just isolate by one shot, shouldn't I? Let's see what comes up.
Take me there.
I'm just eating that.
Can you say? Oh, come on! Who the fuck did?
Fade away. Fade away. Fade away.
It could be an interesting like drop vocal.
It's all love.
Sorry, I keep getting distracted by other parts of the song. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to, if I ever add like a double kick drum, I always lower the gain of the doubled one so it's not quite as loud. Down lifter? Yeah. I usually add that later in, but I'll just do it now. I like this one. I have this cool sample pack from XL&T. I use them a lot. We're going to do some basic processing on it. Let's add some side chain. Really want to blend it and mix it in. Downlifter for 2, crash for 1. You know, I used to put crashes in all of my like drops. I've stopped doing it maybe like a few months ago. I mean, we can see what it sounds like here, but I might avoid doing it this time. You know, I think that sounds good. I'm gonna do the downlifter and crash for both. I think I'm gonna do or you know what? I might do crash for 1 down. Do exactly what you said, actually. Have you ever used this plugin before? It does cost money. I got it like 50% off, which is why I used it. Transient Master. It's really good for making like punchy drums because you can just increase the attack, lower the sustain a little bit, and make them like super punchy. Ah, I misunderstood you. Which one did you do first? Crash, then downlifter. Well, let's try it out. Did you do it on like a completely separate note? No, you just did it. Okay. In fact, you did it right there. I'll do that. I might change the instrumentation on this drop. And I need, in order to pitch it correctly, I have to have a full 12 bars here. All right. I'm going to add sausage fattener here. I got to work on the build up still. Short drum fill. Are you talking about right here, like right before the drop, or in the little break? Because I'm probably going to add a short drum fill in both anyway. I just haven't gotten to it yet. One other element I like to do is this delay. Turn the dry all the way down. And then like at the break, like here, you turn it up a little bit. And so it adds like your brain tells you it's like, I'm going to do a little something here. Hold on. I'm going to get to the fill in a second, but I want to do something. Might work. Do it like here probably. Let's turn the gain down. Double it up. Lots of reverb. Yeah. Yeah. I did it over here. There needs to be a short fill here. I'm actually going to do a drum rack so I can change the instrument, because I always find that it's hard to find a good snare sound off sound alone. You have to actually like hear it in the track. What am I in A? Let's see how this one sounds. Let's just do some random rhythm. Actually doesn't sound half bad. This. Do that. Like that better. You can add impact on the start. I will. I'm assuming you're meaning the start of the track, and I will, because I haven't quite. I need to do a lot more here on the build up, but there's some good impact sounds here. That I need to. No, I'll add one in now, just as a placeholder. I'll probably edit it a bit. Blend that in. I'm also going to add a white noise thing here. Turn the gain down, volume all the way down. You don't want it to be super loud in the mix. Add some side chain. EQ any low frequencies that show up. Auto filter. I'm going to build it up from a low frequency. Before the drop. I gotcha. Oh, I didn't, I put it too early. I wasn't looking at your thing correctly. You mean like right here? I don't want it to bleed over into the drop. So I know it adds some acceleration, but I'm going to cut it like right here. I'll do the little trick that looks like this has. So reverse this so we can like blend it in a little bit. No, that doesn't sound good at all. Do you ever do like the crash build? Like this? Yeah, I should change. Sometimes what I like doing is like, for example, this one is pitched down. What I should do on this one is maybe I should just pitch it up. Change it up. Nah, that doesn't sound good. I'll add a different synth. Let's get even crazier. Let's build this out. Cut that out. We'll cut out the hi-hats halfway through. Then what I like to do whenever the drums are not playing like in the main part of the song is I'll take a, what am I talking about here? Actually, I can just auto filter them out. There's a couple things you can do. I'm gonna do that. So I like to do is we got the auto filter here, just turn it down, like maybe to 5,000. And it makes them like all the more punchier. %to 100. Well, why don't I just do this? I'm just gonna do the gain, build it up one by one until it hits. I'm appreciating this feedback a lot too. It's actually very, very helpful. Where am I from? I'm from the U.S. I live in I'm in Washington State, the not the capital, the other one, the one across the on the other side of the country, closer to you, in fact. Okay. Yeah, of course, I'm listening. This is helpful. Music, you know, no matter how skilled you are at music, which I don't think I'm particularly skilled. I just like doing it. There's always plenty to learn. And there's always new methods that you're just not familiar with. So hopefully you're learning a little bit maybe from what I do, but I'm learning a lot from what you do. And I mean, this sounds better than anything I've done in the past few days. So I appreciate it a lot. I still think we need another vocal though, to your point, you know? I think there needs to be something else, like whether it's like spoken word. Oh, you're in California. Okay, yeah, I used to live in California actually. What part? I believe in Ural. Okay, so that's that's closer to Europe, right? That's kind of like on the border between Europe and Asia. Ural, I think. My geography knowledge holds true. Yekaterinburg. Let's look it up. Yekaterinburg. I'm butchering that pronunciation. Yekaterinburg, city east of the Ural Mountains. Oh, that's beautiful. That church. I'm gonna look on a map. I was 2 weeks in Sacramento. Okay, yeah, the capital. I think I've only been to Sacramento maybe once, just driven through it. Ah, I got you. Okay, so you're pretty, you're up there in Russia. Oh, I didn't realize Moscow was this far west. Okay. Yeah, I would love, I got it, difficult times now, but I would love to go to Russia at some point. I would love to go to Eastern Europe and even parts of Asia, like Central Asia. I've never been to that part of the world, and I would love to explore. Unfortunately, not the best of times to do it. Wow. I'm gonna play the song on a loop. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, but I'll be right back. Hold tight, and I'll just play it through. I was muted. There we go. What'd you say? Bad time to visit now. I want to visit, but the government was not going to give a visa to me. Yeah, it's too bad. Not a good time for either one of us to visit each other's countries, unfortunately. I think we need another vocal, so I'm just gonna listen through these. Yeah, agreed. It is a big shame. You can't have travel either way.
Don't let go.
Russia's a giant country. They could all fit in there.
Ooh, I can't breathe. Ooh, I can't breathe like this. Yo no vuelve que sembrar que tú quieres valer. Light the match. So you standing on your own all night. So used to being number.
Brazil, my boys keep feeling. What can I say? Stop chilling. Open your eyes and recognize the deal. You gotta feel before you.
No, you know what? I actually don't. I don't know very many people from that part of the world, unfortunately. Nor Kazakhstan or Ukraine, anything like that. I don't know much of anyone around those parts. It's hard, especially nowadays, to, meet people from that part of the world.
Circles. You know that
I want you, I need you, I want you.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Especially again with what's going on. I haven't been to New York in many years. Ooh, sorry. That is loud on the ears. Kylie Jenner is Armenian. I had no idea. I did not know that. Oh, is she? Is she our Kim? Oh, not Kylie. Might be Kim Kardashian is the one who's Armenian. It looks like. It looks like Kylie might not. Wait? Who's her dad? Oh, Kris Jenner. What about who's Kim Kardashian's dad? Is it Robert Kardashian? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, it was Caitlyn, formerly Bruce. Gotcha. Huh. That's funny. Let's add a riser. Let's see. I ought to know that about DiCaprio. World is international. It really is. Really is. Crazy to think that, like, 200-300 years ago, it just wasn't conceivable to travel like it is today. That basically anyone from any place can get anywhere. I'm talking to you on a Twitch stream. I'm in the United States and you're in Russia. I mean, who would have thought? That's crazy. Yeah, or it's early in the morning here and you're just after dinner time over there. All right, I'm liking where this is going. I think there needs to be another vocal in it.
If you wanna play.
Need to go out, chilling, drink vodka, play. I appreciate it, Chardovsky. I hope you know what? I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Drink some vodka, play with some bears, do some other Russian things. Yeah, of course. I'm happy I bring a chilling vibe, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you come back. Give a follow if you haven't already. I would appreciate it a lot, and I should be streaming around the same time next week as well. So if you want to hop on again, I appreciate it, and I appreciate the feedback as well. I'll keep streaming though. Don't worry. Hope you have a good day as well.
Doesn't it end this way?
I do. I have. Yeah, that is in fact my liquor of choice. I like that more than whiskey or anything like that. I'm sure I don't drink quite as good of quality of vodka as you have over in Russia.
Doesn't it end this way?
Uh, I've never had beluga. I've not heard of that one before. No, I actually have not. Looks like it is available around here. Grey Goose I've had though. Grey Goose I like quite a bit. I usually buy the cheap stuff. I don't buy very good quality vodka, but I need to indulge a bit and get some Grey Goose or Beluga. I haven't tried that before. I'll have to check out at my liquor store if they have it.
Stuck in time, stuck with you.
Make it rap go nuts until the top.
Beluga Gold Line. I'll have to try it. I've never heard of it before. It costs money though. I might have to buy the cheapest version of it. I don't have a lot of that going around.
Light the matches, just like. Oh, mama. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, mama. Oh, oh.
And Russia Blue costs about $10 for half a liter. Oh, that's not terrible. That's like right around what like a normal vodka would cost here. Let's see what it costs here. That looks like half a liter. $27 for Noble. For Gold Line, it's 80. But yeah, I mean, this is probably. I think this is. Drizzly is like the company you can just order. They can deliver it to your door. Oh, it's for a full liter. It's $27 for a full liter. That's actually not terrible at all. Maybe I'll have to get some.
I know it doesn't make sense.
I can wait until early morning, we can all stream my way. I can feel you, I hear you calling. I've been scorned, stop our way. If you're feeling lost and you're falling, watch it, living, let it be. Watch it.
That's good. Give me a review next time. You know what? Next time I'm at the store, I will actually look for it and I'll buy it because that's cheap. That's like right around the price I normally pay for the vodka I get. I think I buy Tito's or something, whatever's on sale at the store. I will. I'll report back. I'll give you a review of it. Pedro. Yeah, it's my first name. Pedro Van Dyck. What's your name? I can just keep calling you Chartovsky too if you want, but what's your name? Ilya. It's a nice name, Ilya. great to meet you, and thanks for coming on the stream. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I really appreciate your suggestions and advice. Do you have any like do you have like an Instagram or anything like that as like a for your artist profile? Like where do you like sell your beats, or like where do you post your music so I can give you a follow? You named after a superhero? You drop your music on Russian services. I'll check out your Instagram. But if I next time you give me, yeah, I would appreciate that. I like the music you sent me so far, and if there's a way for me to like support you as an artist, give you a follow, listen to your stuff, I'd definitely do that. Yeah, I've got my own Instagram as well for I don't use it very much, but it's for my music. Here, I'm gonna write down your name, and I'll give you a follow on my account. I think it's what's written right here on the screen, Pedro Van Deck. You can subscribe from my Insta. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll do that because I like your music, and I appreciate the feedback, and I want to listen to anything you have, any new music you have coming out, or check out your old stuff as well. All right, I gotcha. Go enjoy your night. Drink some nice Beluga Gold vodka for me if you have any. If not, Beluga Noble. Yeah, I appreciate you coming by. I'll see you next time. Thanks again, Ilya. Good. I'm glad. Ah. Let's throw this into the simpler. Well, probably that right there. She wanted to be over here. Let's make it an 8-bar loop. I need the arpeggiator. I always forget the right order in which to do these. Need the MIDI effect rack. I think you put the ARP in here. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if this works. In fact, I think I should just copy the drop here. Actually, what do I want to copy? Release this. Yeah, that sounds good. And then we're going to do like a really stripped down version of this drop. Don't want this. Or wait, yeah, we don't want that. Don't want this. Don't want this. out, sorry. Hey, Sandcode. You're a beginner of Ableton. What's up? You got any questions? You haven't learned much about it? Let me know if you have any questions while I'm working on this. Happy to answer anything. How am I going to sidechain multiple tracks by just putting one compressor on? You said you're using Ableton. That's pretty straightforward. You can do... I mean, this is a good example here. I don't think I'm actually using... Yeah, there's no sidechain on here. But you can just group the tracks by selecting them and then hitting Control G, or just right-clicking and hitting Group Tracks. You put the tracks together, and then you put the kickstart or the sidechain or whatever the instrument is, or I should say the plugin. You just stick it on the group itself. So you would just stick it here, a 9 group, and then now it's applying the sidechain to both tracks simultaneously. And I actually do that not just with sidechain, but I do that with other elements as well. A good example is I use an auto filter on the drums when they're not in the drop. And so right here, this auto filter, it's cutting out the high frequencies of my drums. And because it's in this drum group right here, it's actually applying it to, I mean, this is a group within a group as well, but it's applying it to every single thing within this orange group right here. And so it's applying that feature to it. Let me know if that helped or clarified anything. All right, good. I'm glad that helped. You made your first song ever. That's awesome. That's like some of that's oftentimes the hardest thing. It's just to finish a track that you've started. Yeah, if you want to send it my way, I'm happy to hear it. It's probably easiest if it's sent via SoundCloud or Google Docs, preferably just the exported file. I don't want to open it in Ableton necessarily. But yeah, feel free to send it in the chat, and I'd be happy to listen to it. All right, I'll give it a listen. Dang, almost 4 minutes too. Put a lot of work into this, man. Ooh, nice piano. Oh, I just realized I'm not sharing my screen. Here we go. It's very clean. Very well mixed. How'd you get the vocals? Is it a sample or is it you singing? Sample vocal. I'm looking forward to this rise. Excited for the drop. Nice synth. Did you say this was your first song? That's incredibly impressive. My first song was dog shit. Hey, that's really good. If that's your first song, I'm incredibly impressed. That's extremely well done. It sounds super clean and like well mixed, which is arguably the hardest thing to do as a new artist. A couple pieces of advice if you're interested. Here, let's start it from the beginning again. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was gonna say, I mean, you sound like a pro. First song on Ableton. Gotcha. Did you use FL Studio before? Or something like Reaper? Yeah, FL, okay. Out of curiosity, what made you switch to Ableton? Or why are you trying it out? Only 6 months. My main piece of advice, if you're interested in hearing it, as try to make the vocals a little bit. Make sure they come through a bit more. That might just be stylistic, how they're mixed into the track, but separate them out, make them stand out a bit more. Right now they blend in with the synth and the piano and the instrumentation. Give it more breathing room. You can still have it all reverbed and stuff, but just a little bit louder, a little bit clearer. You can put a OTT multi-band filter on it to clean it up a little bit, but make it stand out because that's an important part of the track. And right now it's a little bit muted with the other elements. So I think you should have that stick out just a little bit more. It might be a bit of a stylistic choice, but I think that would be a good start. Secondly, well, I don't even know if I have a second point, honestly. It's so well done. Again, this is, I suppose, more stylistic, and this is coming from someone who likes tech house, bass house, techno, and stuff. So take it with a grain of salt because this is much more melodic and deep house. But you know, fatten the bass a little bit. I would like to hear it a little bit more. It might be stylistic and you don't want it to be super overpowering, which is totally fine. In that case, ignore my advice, but make the bass a little more known, because I think that adds a nice like deep rhythm to the song. But otherwise, I mean, I'm just nitpicking here. If I heard this on Spotify or whatever, I wouldn't think twice about it. It sounds great. Good job. Inspired by Maroon 5. Try to make the melody different from Avicii. Yeah, that's good. Always good practice. It's good to try to make music like your idols, or like people, or like the ones you listen to often. You were inspired by Avicii and got sick of it. Yeah, that's fair too. I mean, that's one way to get about it. I mean, I think the important thing is finding your sound and your voice in your music. And that's hard to do, because in order to get the skills needed to be good at music, you oftentimes have to imitate or try to copy the artist that you really like. And that's how you get started. But through that process, you end up developing your own sound. And so you can either get sick of the original artist's music like you did with Avicii, or you start realizing what elements you really like or you're really skilled at, and you start incorporating those more in the song. For example, I really like tech house, and that's what I'm trying to do here, but I've always really loved kind of the synth lead elements of music, and that's why a very big, and if not the most important part of this song, is the synth element. It's this sound. Your melody almost identical with Avicii. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. And that's a good place to start. Because there's a reason they're good. There's a reason people listen to that kind of music. It's because, or listen to their melodies or their synths or their leads. It's because people like that. There's a reason they're popular. So you start there, and then you end up developing your own sound away from that. No, I've never used FL Studio before, actually. I went straight to Ableton. I know FL Studio is kind of like, it's the easier, or it just has a nicer user interface. But I just went straight to Ableton because I think it was like Chris Lake or someone. It was Chris Lake and Kenny Beats, I think, were the two artists I would like watch a lot for inspiration, and they used Ableton. And so I just jumped ahead and did that. Feels easier, but if you put too much sound design, it will start to lag out, then crash. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the same with most interfaces, it's probably worse with FL Studio because the user interface is so stylized. Ableton's stripped back so it can handle a bit more. But that's going to be true of, depends on the hardware that you have on your laptop. Oh yeah, with that much on your computer. Yeah, it might be FL Studio then. Speaking of difficulties with computers, just had some frame rate drop there. Yeah, I mean, that's true because FL Studio is just so easy to use. What I do to save time is I realize that, it's the same deal. It would take me 30 minutes to make a pretty basic beat and like a house song, which is pretty simple. It's just pattern based. So I have a pretty fleshed out, if I click new live set, you'll see I have an entire template basically designed to speed it up. It saves me probably like 15 minutes at minimum on any song, but I have all the drums organized, the plugins that I need, transient master there, rides, close hats. I have everything listed out, the bass, and there's still other elements that I need to add to the song itself, but it's just at least the basics. And that probably saves me 15, 20 minutes per song, which when you just want to get your ideas down, you don't want to work on like the bones of the song, that saves so much time. Do you want to hear my song that I made in 30 minutes? Sure. Why? If you want to put it on SoundCloud and send it in the chat, I'll give it a listen if you want. But yeah, if I had to make a song in Ableton in 30 minutes, it would just sound like the most basic house song. But the template saves me a bunch of time. So I highly encourage developing your own template for each genre that you work with. But enough of that. Let's go back to the other song. Made this in 30 minutes. Okay. NFL. Okay. Very cinematic. I like that little like pluck art thing. Ooh. That's impressive for just, you know, something that you made in 30 minutes. Especially the build-up is really well done. I wonder if that's where you spent a lot of the time before you got to the chorus. But yeah, I can tell, you know, the vocal's not quite mixed right, but I mean, like, you can only do so much in 30 minutes. Ooh, that part's good. Very, oh my God, I see what you mean now. It sounds a lot like Avicii. That's good. That's impressive for just 30 minutes. I should do that. I should try to make a song in like 10 minutes and another one in 30 and stuff like that on Ableton and see what happens. All right, I need to tidy up this song. Let's give it a listen. I appreciate the follow, Sancode. I'm different from Avicii. Yeah. Back to your, you always, it's always in your roots, you know, those initial elements and inspirations you have from your music. It always shows up in a different way in your newer style. Let me listen to that song. Ooh, I like that piano part. Oh, it's very vibey. Like really good synth. So this is your latest unfinished song. This is really good. You don't have much more to finish on it. Oh, this little stripped down part is good. What else are you going to add to it? Were you thinking of adding a vocal? Honestly, I feel like it sounds pretty good as is. Ooh, again. Yeah, I just need vocal. Okay. I would suggest maybe you don't need vocal on it. Or let the synth breathe. It's a good one. Oh, that part's good. I think this is out of everything you've sent me so far, this might be your best one. Which makes sense, it's your most recent. But it's also unfinished, so I'm impressed. Yeah, that's really good. I'm impressed with that. That's my favorite one so far. I don't know why Ableton is making the click sound from the kick. Like the kick, I got a filter on it, but there's nothing on it. You might just have to EQ part of the top end to get rid of some of the higher frequencies. Sounds like it has a filter on it. Yeah, you might just have to remove some of the top end. I mean, that's what I do on my kick here. Some of it's just removed. I also put a drum bus on it, but that actually might make it sound clickier. It could also just be the sample that you have for the kick drum. I'm not sure. Bad, mid, or good? Well, for the last one, very good. I was very impressed with that one. I think that was the best one you sent so far. And that's me being honest. This one, Fantasy Last Preview, I think is the best one you've sent so far. The first one in Ableton is pretty good too. And that's, again, me being honest. But this one here, I think, is the best. Yeah, of course. Ooh, just dropping frame rate again. I'd figure out how to stop that from happening. Okay, let's go back at it. I think I might just take out the synths from this drop right here and leave them for later on. kind of a jump scare. Let me listen to it again. I'll listen to it. I'm gonna do a listen through of this song right now, and then I'll listen to yours. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Still tweaking it. It's like 95% there. There's a little bit missing. But here, I'll play the drop again. Might bring in the plucks a bit earlier. Oh, appreciate the follow, Icing Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. I live in Washington State, the other, not the capital. I live on the other side of the country. Nah, it sounds weird. Not feeling the love on this one right here. I might just have to do a completely different instrument, in all honesty. Let's give it a shot. Ooh. And maybe drop it an octave. I'd have to Google that. No idea. From the UK here. What part of the UK? If you don't mind my asking. Here, I'll show you on a map where, let's go to Google Maps. I'm north of Seattle. So, zoom out here. Here's the US. I live all the way up here. I live in this corner right here. Confused. I don't know why there's two Washingtons. Actually, I do know why, but the US is terrible at naming things. Imagine you're somewhere in these parts. Are you leak your own location? No. I did not show you my I do not have location services on Google Maps. Middle south of the UK near Portsmouth. Okay. I'm going to be honest, I don't know where that is either. But I'm glad you're joining the stream. It's probably a little bit later in the day there. Actually, it might be closer to the end of the day. I had someone from Russia on earlier on the stream, and they were like ready to go out. It's still the late morning here in these parts. Yeah, let's keep plugging away. 4:25 here. Okay, almost end of the day. End of the workday, I should say. Not that much of a time difference. All right, I need to find this instrument here. And you know what? The pitch bend is wrong. Because I don't have this right. Still not happy with it. There's something still, I got to figure out the right instrument. Sandcode, I'll get to your song. I want to figure out the synth and then I'll give it a listen. Icing Craftian, for your reference, Sandcode sent me a couple of their songs to give a listen to. You got Serum. Yeah, that's what I use basically for all my synths. There's a couple other random ones I occasionally use, but Serum's my main one. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to mix in this second drop. Find a good sound for it. I've unfortunately purchased quite a few plugins, or I guess like instrument packs for Serum. So I have like a good sampling of them, and I also use Splice a lot to buy a couple. Use Silent or Nexus 2. I'm partial to Serum. It's what I'm used to and I know how to use it best. Ooh, that one sounds interesting. Hey, if you have a song, I'll give it a listen. I'm gonna get to Sandcode's first, and I'll give yours a listen. All right, enough of that. Okay, we're gonna start with Sandcode's, and then I'll move over to yours, Icing Craftian. I had actually already listened to. Wait, you use Splice for drum sample? I occasionally do. Sometimes I'll find a snare or a rhythm. Like a loop that I'll use, but I talked about this earlier in the stream, but I like to break up the rhythm, or the loop, I should say, into its individual parts. Occasionally I'll take drum samples from Splice as well, but not as often. Otherwise I just use a sample pack that I have here on the left. Okay, yeah, let me give a listen to Sandcode's song. Let's see, it was this one, right? This was your first song in Ableton, you said. You're asking about was it the first drop? Which would have been over here, right? Can it be turned up? Yeah, my bad. So to answer your question, Sandcode, I don't think it's a jump scare. Let me listen to it one more time. What I think might make it sound, yeah, Icing Crafting, it is a vibe. I think what might be making it seem like a jump scare, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is there's like I think there's a snare, or it's the snare that is, or a kick. Let me play it again. There, it's that first initial punch. It's almost too much, and it catches me off guard when I'm listening to, you know, the build up, and then when it drops down, it's either in the entire song it needs to be turned down a little bit, or it needs to just be taken out maybe on that like single part, or just mixed in a little bit more. But like in general, I mean, that's very nitpicky. I don't think there's that much of an issue with it. I don't think it's a jump scare at all, if that was your main question. All right, Icing Craftian, let me take a listen. Let's see. Hold on. Feeling good. Let's give it a listen. Kind of funky. Ooh. Hold on, I'm gonna listen to that again. So here's my initial advice or suggestion. I think the vocal needs to be either mixed in a bit more, or it's just slightly not in tune. I can't quite tell. The synth elements, the drums, the bass, super unique. I've never heard something like that, and I actually really like it. Very like rhythmic. I think the vocal just needs a little bit more work. I know this is a finished track, but just for future reference. But like other than that, it's quite a good song. I'll bring this up a lot of times when I'm talking about music. There's music that I enjoy, that I like listen to because it's just the style of music that I like. And then a lot of times if something's just unique, I've never heard a sound like it, I appreciate and I really like that, even if it's not necessarily the style or the genre of music that I like. I feel like this is just it's a unique sound that I've never heard something like it before. The like piano stab elements, really cool. I'm a big fan of that. I'm gonna keep listening a little bit. The little like the little perk sound, I really like that too. The little drum rhythm that plays in really well. That's a really good song. It's in Craftian. Good job. Sandcode asks, "Am I going to make how can I make the drop more powerful? Like I don't want to put white noise in it." Several things. It's just my vocals. I had to Evely. Oh, dude, trust me. I know the struggle. I've put my own vocals in tracks and trying to mix it. I record it first of all and then mix it in and heavily edit it. Oh, it's a struggle. I always ended up just pitching them down because I didn't like the sound of my own voice. But good on you for actually putting it in a song, because I don't think I made it that far. Okay, back to Sandcode. Your question. Let me go back to the song really fast. I don't know if you need to make the drop much more powerful. I feel like it's already there. You don't want to put more white noise on it. I think in the build-up, you can just add a unique, deep, bassier riser, like a couple octaves down, and then just have that rise up. And it adds like a thickness to the lower frequencies. And then when that cuts out and then it punches with the drop, it has more of it's more powerful that way. So that would probably be my immediate suggestion. But I don't know if that's quite necessary. I think the drop, it's not as powerful as a jump scare, but it's not weak at all. I think it's kind of in a sweet spot in the middle. Good job, both of y'all. happy to look at songs when I'm on stream like this. I'm glad you sent them my way. I'm gonna give this my track one more listen just to kind of make a few edits, but then I might call it a day for the stream. You're working on a different song for Halloween. It's very different to the one I sent you. Serum Synth for the Win. You know what? Before I listen to mine, I'll give yours a quick listen, and then I'll listen to mine, and then that would be it for the day. Halloween rap. By the way, jump scare drop inspired by magic. Huh. Interesting sound code. I could kind of hear it in the song. I can tell this one, yeah, quite different from the other one. I don't know what direction it's going to go into. I'm kind of excited to hear it. Ooh. Nice. The lower frequencies. Perfect. Wow. Really good.
It wasn't as warm as we hoped.
We find if we
It's just Halloween. I don't know if it's quite the same. I'm interested in the break here. Whoa. It's in Craftian. I'm very impressed with that. Very different from the other song you sent, but still, like, that actually sounds perfect. Like, really well mixed. And the vibe is spot on. Those deep, like, bassy notes, really, really good. That's awesome. It's called Halloween Rap. Were you gonna, like, rap over it, or, you know, sell it as a beat or something like that? Out of curiosity. But regardless, that was a very, very good song. I'm gonna listen through my song one more time, and then we're gonna call it a day for the stream. You should check it. Nah, it's just I had trap drums where I changed them. No idea what to call it. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, you should definitely like put that out there somewhere, especially with Halloween around the corner. It's a good beat. Hey, I appreciate Syncraftian. Yeah, I'm going to try to keep more of a regular schedule. I just kind of started doing this thing. So definitely on Thursdays, but it looks like probably a Monday or Tuesday, Thursday, and then maybe one other day. I'll have a set schedule, and whatever is on my Twitch page is going to be what's true for the upcoming week. Yeah, I appreciated you sticking around and sending me some of your songs. It was great to listen to them. You're obviously very talented. So, feel free to hop on any of the other streams, and if you have other songs you want to send me when I'm streaming, please do, and I'll give them a listen and advice. Yeah, but I'll be streaming more. I'll try to post some more stuff on YouTube as well, and kind of build out the brand a bit. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. I'm actually probably gonna call it good here for the stream. But I appreciate you sticking around. Yeah, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for coming.